kind of freaking out because it's like all Buckeye Nation, and I'm like, this is so awesome. I'm such a huge sports fan, so I'm like just looking at all these trophies, the nets that were cut down for the champion. I'm like, yo, this is the coolest thing ever. So I really appreciate you guys taking me out here, man.
Yeah, man. And this is such a huge upgrade venue-wise than last year's Shuffle. And Shuffle's last year was big, too.
So the reason I was so adamant about coming out to the event and having it on the circuit to open was because last year, the same weekend as Shuffle was Frozen Phoenix and Do or DI, and I just kept hearing about how much people really enjoyed Shuffle. Like, people were coming out and saying, like, no, it was a really good event. It was going really well. The stream was really good. Everything went really well. Yeah. I was like, okay, so let's look into it. And obviously, I know you, and then you introduced me to Dylan, who's, I guess, the overall head TO of this entire thing. And I'm just really happy to have it started, man.
This is also your opportunity to see a lot of the Midwest talent that doesn't typically get to see a lot of play because our typical travel time is like 8 hours for a major. If you're going by car, it's crazy.
It took us about 12.
Yeah.
From New York from bus.
That's crazy.
But we stopped a couple times. We ate. Hey, honestly, man, you bring a laptop loaded with a couple movies, you're good, man. Like, don't worry about it. It's worth the trip.
Yeah. Speaking of Ohio and Midwest specials, we have SoulPech and Fizzle coming up right now. A little history on these players. SoulPech is one of our most traveled, like,
he was a Supernova.
Yeah, he likes to travel.
And he went to, I believe we tech those 1 or 2. It was the infamous fresh Nana kill.
Yeah. That happened on We Tech those 2, but he was at We Tech those 1 as well.
Okay, yeah. I remember that specifically because it was against the Jigglypuff, and then when you think about it, it's really just him.
Yeah.
So.
And he's like one of the staple Jigglypuffs in Project M.
Yeah.
Straight for a treat with that. Fizzle. Not a lot of people know about Fizzle, but he is like crazy good. Who's that? Okay. But yeah. Not a lot of people know about Fizzle. He upset Thunders at last year's Shuffle, which is crazy. Thunders got 7th, I think. He plays a lot of characters. I actually don't know which one he picked right now. But we're going to go ahead and start at Smashville for this first one against Woody and Lamha Lag, SoulPech, Fizzle.
And then Woody and Llama both from Philly.
Yeah.
You got, they're like the gods of the memes.
Are they?
Well, if you ever watch Philly and their group on Facebook, it's just about the memes about Woody and now Llama Lag coming in there.
I've seen the Woody memes.
It's out of control.
Yeah.
It's a tough read if you're not into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we're actually seeing the Fizzle Peach. He plays a lot of Peach in doubles when he teams with players like Dreffin. So this is not that uncommon of a pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, Game Watch Ness seems like a really interesting team composition as well. We're going to see a lot of walling out from Game Watch, especially against Peach's float. And just like that, Jigglypuff is already down to stun.
Yeah, it looks like what Red Team was trying to do is just hold center stage, but now,
that was so smart.
Super smart.
Just take the hit.
Yeah, I mean, it showed out only 8%. The only thing that scared me was it was so close to actually hitting Woody,
right?
That it would have just ended up destroying him. So luckily for him, he got there just in time, but it was super smart. You don't really blow any resources to do that.
And so Jigglypuff has a lot of like aero mobility, so it's not that difficult for her to get out there pretty safely. So, yeah, if any character's going to do it, Jigglypuff's going to be one of those. Yeah, couldn't do it right there because he was a little bit too far away.
He tried to space him out with forward air, and Woody just said, don't worry about it, man. I'll space you out with a bat.
For sure. Here's a unique situation. Game & Watch, when he has his up B off stage, he gets a second jump resource. Now, what I want to see from Blue is covering both of these options, so that way ledge is covered, and then you can also cover the second jump as well.
Yeah, you're gonna. Game & Watch is tricky to edge guard.
Yeah,
just because
really hard.
He can also like act out of the up B if he has his jump. Also, he can air dodge after his up B. So there's so many things he can do that honestly sometimes even 2 people might not feel like they're enough. And look, that bucket break saved his life too.
That was a missed angle, I'm going to guess. He got some damage off of it, but I'm pretty sure he wanted to go to ledge. We got a sandwich situation right here, the opportunity for it, but Game & Watch is already back, so it's going to be messed up real fast.
Yeah. He's got to be careful. I was just going to play stop playing so aggressive because he was at 160% and he's holding the extra stock for his team to keep it even.
Getting the booger bomb.
Snipes him out with the neutral B. That's a rough way to go.
For sure.
I think he got caught trying to do that earlier too, because he PK Thundered on the middle of the stage and got punished for it. I'm wondering if it was a misinput from earlier. Don't hold down, man. That's a rough life. That's
a really rough life. Also, both Ness and Game Watch are characters you really need to know your SDI for. So you get clipped by PK Fire, you get clipped by Game Watch up B, you're in for a bad time most of the time.
Absolutely. And it's interesting to see the team competition too, because the last time I seen a Game Watch play extremely well besides Dakpo is
LZ.
Well, I'm talking doubles. In doubles.
Oh, in doubles.
I can't even say I've seen LZ play doubles too much. Remember when Rolex pulled it out and Shots Fired 1?
Oh yeah.
Randomly. And it worked out really, really great with that team competition. So it's just interesting to see Game Watch get more playing dubs, and then you kind of throw in a character like Ness, who you generally don't think of as like being the greatest. Like Ness and Lucas have that rough recovery because you're out there for so long. Don't take out your teammate.
This is super intense because right now SoulPech has to secure this kill on Woody before he can do anything else really. Because then the rest factor can come in. He cannot rest right now safely because he's at that percent where Jigglypuff is probably going to be dying soon. But also Game & Watch can do such heavy damage output. It's like he just needs to get rid of Woody right here.
And we also just talked about the fact that Red Team just did a better job closing out stocks at the end. Because they were technically down a full stock, so...
Oh! Just like that stealing the stock from Woody. This is going to come down to... Oh, no.
I would say that's going to... You don't want that to happen.
Because there was so much potential there for SoulPech to just run away with that last stock after getting rid of Woody. Because then that made so many more opportunities for Jigglypuff.
Well, I mean, how many times do we see it with Hungry Bucks in the melee scene, right? We always talk about, like, when does rest actually come into play? What percentage is he at? What's the stock count? So when you don't have rest as Jigs, it's like you have the 6-shooter, but you only loaded 1 bullet, you know? And it's a rough situation to put yourself in. Yeah.
Sometimes
and then as soon as you got that forward smash, it's just reloaded. It's like, let's go.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be worth it to the rest in the 2v1 if you're at low enough percent and you can take a punish.
If you feel like you can take punish. But he was at 70-ish%, no way.
Right.
Against Ness or Game & Watch, like that, they both can kill you pretty easily.
Right.
Like that.
We're going to go to Fountain of Dreams, though. A classic Peach stage. Just like that.
Body bag. Like,
first rest.
So... If you're a Red Team, there really shouldn't be too much separation between the two of you.
Yeah, for sure. We're getting another rest. Oh my gosh, how did he escape that?
I have no idea. Okay. Again, you gotta try to figure out a way to not get separated as Red Team, because right now SoulPech is just doing work. Opens up with the rest, the double backer on each of the characters. Eats the up B from Ness, takes out Woody stock.
This game is like it's already halfway over and it's 30 seconds in.
Yeah. Is he going to be able to go down there and save him?
Not quite.
I think Fizzle could have just went on there and parasoled. I'm not quite sure. Oh, good follow-up by SoulPech. Good team awareness, man.
Something has changed, and I don't know if it's the stage or if they're just getting their separate 1v1 situations that they're winning.
I don't think Red Team is handling the pressure really well of being so crammed up on the stage, because it's a smaller stage. The platforms aren't really going to come into... Like, platforms in doubles are just a wild card. You don't really know what's happening, especially when they move.
Yeah.
But...
Like you get, like, Delfinos.
Yeah, like, the follow-ups are just so much better right now by Blue Team. They're, like, doing wombos. So, a couple of the little, you know, Armada-esque neutral airs into the double backer, but instead of it being, like, a Sheik, it's Jigs on the other end.
Right. Oh, no.
Really good awareness.
Oh, no.
Both stocks.
Just like that. Peach was actually facing the opposite direction. I think he might have been going for just like a ledge cancel. That's probably my guess, and just missed it by...
That's super risky, though. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's flashy as hell, but...
Well, yeah, it negates the punish.
Yeah.
Or, like, at least makes it a little lessened. But, I mean, SoulPech and Fizzle got so much of a lead at the beginning of this game to where that didn't really hit them too hard. There's one stock apiece on red. They're both at higher percent. Woody could be dead right here if he can get the edge guard. Game & Watch being too close means that he can't go off for that edge guard safely. Okay, they're both off stage.
That's a really tough angle. Really well played by Woody. The only thing you get done better was try to sweet spot, but with double, sometimes sweet spotting is actually the worst thing you could try to do, because there's so many bodies going for that ledge.
Right. Oh, these are dangerous percents for Red Team. They have to play so safe right now. They have to hit one away and try to go for these sandwiches. As I think what's going to get them a lot more mileage in this.
Yeah, and they're both at forward throw kill percent from Peach, so that's pretty much going to close out. Yeah, game 2 is nothing like game 1. That's pretty crazy.
5 stocks left for Blue Team. That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
That turnaround, like from game 1, completely shifted. Completely.
Absolutely. Is Chibo giving them advice? That's the most biased stream host. Unbelievable. This man got up to give advice, coaching from the stream manager?
The bias.
Unbelievable.
Okay, it's character first, so I think we're going to see the character change first. We're getting Fizzles. He's got like a variety of characters. We could see a Ganon here, an Ivysaur. We could see a Sheik, which I'm not sure will come out until singles, but I'm guessing Ganondorf. Yep, there we go. Ganon Puff is actually super punishing. They're both like walling out characters, and I feel like with the aggression that they've had, red team that is, just going in, they're going to be played around that pretty well. Okay, we're going into game 3. It is 1-1. We're going to Green Hill Zone. We're going to see a lot of deaths off the side here because of how short they are.
I mean, Ganondorf works in doubles. We've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
But the problem is the only person we've really seen it from is like the best Ganondorf.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of see what you gain and what you lose.
Oh, my. SoulPech being the first stock to go off the screen. Yeah, we also don't want to sleep on Fizzle's Ganon because he's like taking names in Ohio with it as well. That used to give me one of the hardest struggles in singles.
Oh, great back air. The commentary meme.
Great back air. Accidentally back airing his partner. Fizzle's going to go ahead and die.
Not as great a back air.
Yeah. SoulPech went for a roll read off of Mistech for a rest. But unfortunately that's wrong.
And you said it was character first?
Yeah.
So they switched to Ganondorf and then
at least that should have been been because that's what the ruling is for here.
Man, that's a real This is
Oh
see
my
that?
gosh.
See that? When you clip people on accident with forward air and you still get kills for it, that's pretty good.
This game's still pretty even. Oh gosh. And also Game & Watch's edgeguard game on Ganondorf is insane. Like Ganondorf struggles so hard to get back. Yeah. Oh my gosh, great edgeguard from SoulPech, grabbing that ledge right before Game & Watch can get there.
SoulPech has been able to sneak in there and just grab ledge a couple times in this set already.
And then it was a little bit of a late reaction from Lamha Lag because sometimes Zeppy is so fast and the grab box is insane for Game & Watch.
Yeah.
That you just think you grab it, and if you don't react fast enough to missing that, then that jump is so like small that sometimes you can't just make it back on, you know?
Yeah, and that's a really, and then they also, SoulPech just showed really good awareness because his
oh my gosh! Woody going in with the wall tech down air.
I was gonna compliment Blue Team, but I don't know, man. All right, I can go back to saying what I was saying then, I guess. No, there was actually a really good moment of
let's go
team understanding there where SoulPech saw his teammate get up thrown, but there was no follow-up for it, so he just left his teammate alone and went for the edge guard on Woody and was able to close the stock out. So
yeah, SoulPech Fizzle, definitely 2 players to look out for a lot this weekend.
Man, there's a lot of disrespectful stuff going on right now.
Well, we have that new replay pack that got released on Reddit. You can download that and actually save without any of these things.
Without anything getting destroyed.
Huh?
Without anything getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an excellent display from both of those teams.